So you're driving along the road of everyday life when suddenly something deep inside you whispers a message to you. You decide to follow the inspiration. So you turn off the main road, the road that everyone else is driving down, to take the scenic route. The greenery appeals to you. The further you drive down this unusual path, the greener it gets. It's beautiful. So you park the car, walk for a bit, and then cop a seat so that you can take it all in. A hot minute later, a young woman walks up and asks you if it would be okay for her to take a picture of you with her dog. The dog is cute. She seems nice enough. You look down at her shoes. Yes, it's definitely a sign. So you say, sure. Click! She takes the picture. Thanks so much, she says. I really appreciate your help. It was great meeting you. You politely hold out your palm to shake her hand. She shakes it. It was great meeting you as well. Then she reaches into her pocket, pulls out a handful of $100 bills, and gives it to you. You take it because you're always in the mode of receiving. She thanks you again and then picks up her dog and promptly walks away, leaving you staring curiously into the distance. You think, hmm, well, that was odd. You look at the ball of money, still curious, but still you put it in your backpack because you're always in the mode of receiving. You decide to do some more exploring on this, what is clearly an off-beaten path. In the distance, you spy a bench and cop another seat. A few minutes later, a young man takes a seat next to you. Hey man, how's it going? He says. He reaches in his backpack and pulls out a soft drink. Would you like one? He says. Sure, you say. He pulls out another one and hands it to you. He looks over and smiles at you. You smile back as you both take a sip. You know, he says, that's a great photo. Mind if I take your picture? Really? Yeah, man. Well, okay. Click. He takes your picture with the soft drink in your hand. Thanks, man. That was a great photo with the pine trees in the background. Really appreciate it. This is a great place, isn't it? Yeah, it's really beautiful, you say. It was great meeting you. You politely hold out your palm to shake his hand. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out 17 $100 bills and places them in your hand. Likewise, man. Great meeting you too. Take care, he says, and then begins to walk away. As he does, he looks up at the sky. This is such a great place, isn't it? Yeah, it is, you say. But can I ask, where exactly are we? Man, this is the land of non-union opportunities, he says, and turns, leaving you standing in the middle of a brand new place. In the next several minutes, lots of people stop by with similar requests. But then a middle-aged woman named Gigi Agent approaches you. I've been watching you, she says. I've noticed that a lot of people have been taking your picture and giving you money. I can help you get more money. Intrigued, you read and then agree to sign the paper that she hands you, the contract. And true to her word, more people that Gigi knows start coming by and taking your picture and throwing money at you.
One day, you and Gigi Agent go for a walk on the beach.
One day you take Gigi Agent for a walk down a secluded path that you like. When you reach the point on the path that you wanted to reach, you turn to her and you say, hey, look, I just really wanted to thank you for all of the work that you've gotten me over the years. I really, really appreciate it. And I just wanted to say thank you. She says, hey, you're welcome. I'm glad to do it. And then you say, well, but there's something that I really, really wanted to ask you. You point into the distance. What is that place on the other side of that bridge with all of those lights, you say? I always see people with sunglasses, smiling and laughing and eating fancy salads and avocados. And they never, ever cross the bridge to come over here. Gigi laughs. That's Nyla. Nyla? Yes, New York and LA, she says. But on this side of the bridge, we call it Sagtown. But people over there just call it the Sag. And they don't come over here on this side of the bridge because they're not allowed to. That's global rule number 1. SAG members never cross the bridge over to non-union opportunities. The three of you walk across the bridge. When you near the end, you see 2 security guards on a bench. The 2 rise to stop you. The man speaks to you as his partner looks on. Penny looks at his partner. She's pretty. She doesn't look like security. Penny feels uncomfortable and she's not sure why. Maybe it's because Ricardo was there. I think I might like him. Only SAG members are allowed to pass this point unless you have credentials, said the male security guard. We do, says Gigi agent. Penny here has a principal speaking role. Here's the Taft-Hartley waiver that was issued to her. The guard looks at it and then looks at his partner. She's not feeling it. She looks into Penny's eyes, makes a call to higher ups, and then checks her phone. The guard looks at her partner and then nods. Okay, she's good. He stamps the approval on the document. You are now SAG eligible. Congratulations, the guard says, smiling. What does that mean, says Penny. It means you can go back and forth across this bridge as many times as you want for 30 days. Penny smiles happily. The guard smiles back. It also means that you can become a SAG member at any time. That's great, Penny smiles again. But what happens after 30 days? Well, if you join, you will get benefits like residuals, healthcare insurance, a pension plan, and more money in general. Penny smiles again. What happens after 30 days if I don't join? Then the guard turns serious again. Well, after 30 days, if you don't join, you can't come back over here for your second visit unless you have an OK 30 pass. Penny furrows her brow. What's that? Well, an OK 30 pass will clear you for another 30 days. You can go back and forth across this bridge as many times as you want for another 30 days. Well, what happens after that? Penny asks. After that 30 days, you're a must join. Penny looks confused. Must join, she says. Yes, the guard says. On your next visit as principal, if you want to cross the bridge again, you must become a SAG member by paying your initiation fee and your membership fee, or you can never come to the SAG again. Gigi chimes in. What about FICOR? The guard looks over at Gigi. We don't talk about that. Penny is still in a state of shock and confusion. Initiation fee, she blurts out. How much is that? It varies by state, the guard says. He looks at a copy of Penny's voucher to see where she lives. Yours will be $3,000. $3,000, Penny says. What if I don't have the money to join? She says sadly. Look, lady, I don't know. I just work here. Like I said, right now, you're good for 30 days in the SAG. After that, you can have people take as many pictures that you want on the other side of the bridge, but you're not getting into the SAG unless I see an OK 30 pass or a receipt that says paid in full for SAG membership. Penny's eyes begin to water, but she slowly walks into the SAG town anyway. What about him, the guard says to Gigi, nodding. This is Antonio Actor. He's background. An extra, huh? Well, he better be on the list or he won't be getting in. He's on the list, Gigi says. She eyes Penny, clearly concerned about her. The guard looks down. All right, he's on the list. He hands him a voucher. Gigi hands the guard the voucher. The guard looks down. All right, he's on the list. The guard lets you go through. Penny looks at Gigi. Aren't you coming? No, says Gigi, I can't. I'm trying to help some other people get across the bridge. You guys will be okay. They'll take care of you. Gigi waves goodbye and heads back across the bridge. Penny turns around slowly. Antonio, how am I going to come up with $3,000? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, you say. Penny looks up at you and then starts to laugh. Come on, let's go. Antonio and Penny pass by a lot of people wearing flip-flops, eating salads and large, wide, foldable, thin crust pizza and talking about the industry. Suddenly they see a sign that says FICOR with an arrow that says this way. It's pointing to a long, dark, ominous tunnel. Ooh, says Penny. I've heard people talking about that. Well, what is it? Well, what do they say? Well, I guess I don't actually know. They're always whispering. The only word I can ever make out is FICOR. I don't know. It seems scary to me. Let's avoid that for now. Well, how do you know it's bad if you can't hear what they're saying, you ask? People whisper for all sorts of reasons. Well, I guess you have a point, says Penny. It just seems really scary. I mean, look at that castle over there. You laugh. Well, anyway, we better get to set, you say. Yeah, you're right. Let's go. Wait, Penny said, there's a bench. Did the wardrobe stylist tell you to bring your favorite shoes too? Yes, they're here in my bag, you tell her. Let's put on our shoes now before we get there. Penny pulls out her shoes from her bag. You look down at them and then up at her. She smiles. And then you think to yourself, I think I like this girl. Recapping the story, there are 3 ways to join SAG-AFTRA. Number 1, by doing one job as a principal performer with a speaking role on a SAG-AFTRA production via a Taft-Hartley waiver. At this point, you become SAG-AFTRA eligible and can join at any time by paying the initiation fee and the dues. Number 2, by doing 3 jobs as an extra or background performer on a SAG-AFTRA production, at which point you will have 3 SAG vouchers and become SAG-AFTRA eligible and can join at any time by paying the initiation fee and the dues. Number 3, by being a member of a SAG-AFTRA affiliated union, AEA, AFTRA, ACTRA, AGMA, or AGVA. So those are the 3 ways that you can join SAG-AFTRA. I'm going to talk a little bit about FICOR. I'm going to talk about FICOR a little bit later, but in the meantime, if you have interest, you can check out some great articles on how to join SAG in the SAG-AFTRA section of your Actors Resource Guide.